Okay. We studied electron configuration and kung paano natin malalaman kung nasaan yung valence electrons at kung ilan yung valence electrons ng isang element. Ngayon, what are chemical bonds for? So, meron tatlong classification ng chemical bonds. Ionic, covalent, and metallic bonding. So, why are chemical bonds important? Kasi, bakit sila importante? Yung isang element, hindi siya minsan present on its own. Kailangan muna siyang mag-combine sa isa pang element in order for it to become useful. Okay? So, kagaya ng, excuse me, kagaya ng chlorine and 'pag pinagsama sa sodium chloride, yun yung formation ng salt. So, hindi yan magiging possible if these elements were not be able to what? To form chemical bonds or kung walang combination sa kanila. Ngayon, another importance why there is an existence of chemical bonds is for the formation of covalent and ionic compound. So an ionic compound and covalent compound, they are being categorized on how their atoms were bonded or joined together. So yung mga iniinom natin, mga kinakain natin, marahil yan ay mga klase ng compound na nabuo dahil there is a combination of one or more elements. So, ionic compound, iba ang kanyang properties sa covalent compound. But that is not the focus of our discussion for today. Not yet. Okay? Kailangan step by step muna tayo from the simplest concept down to the hardest one. So, valence electrons, sabi natin last meeting, these are the electrons in the outermost shell or outermost energy level. So, anong role nila? They are playing a significant role in determining how atoms will combine. Kasi because of the valence electrons, easily we can determine how one element can join the another. So remember, okay, dun sa huling discussion natin, hala, okay, sa huling discussion natin, yung mataas na coefficient, diyan tayo magsisimulang magbilang ng ating outermost shell na electron. So dito, sa 1s2, 2s2, and 2p2 na electron configuration ng ating carbon, 2 is our highest coefficient or yung pinakamataas na number na nasa unahan. Ngayon, dyan tayo mag-uumpisa ng bilang kung ilang electrons ang meron as valence electron ng ating carbon. So, meron tayong 2 and another 2, 2 plus 2, ibig sabihin, ang carbon ay merong 4 electrons as its valence electrons. Naintindihan po ba ito? Okay? So, if you were not here last meeting, we talk about how we can determine the valence electrons. And by determining or by knowing how to write electron configuration, we can easily identify ilan ang valence electrons ng bawat element. So dito, since may 2 dito and another 2, 2 plus 2, we have 4. Bakit siya naging 4? We just added this superscript from the highest coefficient that we identified. Okay? Next. Ngayon, since we already know how to determine kung paano, wait. Ang ating, meron ba ako na-miss? Since we already know kung paano tayo magsusulat magbibilang ng ating valence electrons, ngayon, we can now do the Lewis dot structure o yung easier way kung paano i-show or ipakita kung ilan ang valence electrons na meron ang isang element. Kasi sabi natin, di ba, ang atomic number equivalent sa number of electrons. Pero hindi natin siya pwedeng ilagay lahat. Kasi, for example, yung Lorentzium may 103 as atomic number. E di ibig sabihin 103 din ang electrons niyan. So, ang kailangan lang natin yung kanyang valence electrons. And in order for us to visualize that, Lewis dot structure, which was proposed way back 1916 by Gilbert Lewis, an American chemist. Okay? This will give us a hint on how we can combine atoms. Kasi itong Lewis dot structure na to will give us an idea kung ilan yung kaya nilang ibigay, give, receive, tanggapin, share, ibahagi na electrons in order for them to reach the stability of becoming a noble gas of electron configuration. So para maintindihan natin, gamitin natin example kanina na carbon. So ilan ang valence electrons natin kanina na nakuha? 4. Okay? So in drawing Lewis dot structure, you have to put dots in each coordinate first of the given element. Hindi natin pwedeng pagtabihin yung mga electrons. Lalagyan muna natin ng bawat coordinates bago natin siya pagpares-paresin. Tama ba yung Tagalog ko? Okay? So before we pair them, we have to put first each electron on each coordinates. No? Sa taas, sa kanan, sa baba, at sa kaliwa. Okay? So, this is the proper way and not this one. Bakit kailangan na lahat muna ng coordinates meron? Because we have this what we call the octet rule. Pag sinabi nating octet, equivalent to 8. No? And 8 electrons meaning stable ang ating element. Kagaya ng mga element na nasa noble gas. Neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon or radon, lahat yan may 8 electrons making them as stable elements. So, kapag ang carbon na ito ay naging stable, pwede na natin siyang lagyan ng pares. So, ganito ang itsura niya kapag kumpleto na yung 8 valence electrons. So, naintindihan po yon? Okay. So, check natin kung tama nga ba na 4 ang ating valence electrons kapag nagbilang tayo sa ating periodic table. 1, 2, 3, and then we reach the carbon. 4. So, tama? Okay, tama ang pagkaka-determine ng ating number of valence electrons. So, gamitin naman natin ulit ang example nung discussion natin sa electron configuration which is the beryllium. So, ngayon, ilan ang valence electron having this electron configuration? Anyone?
2.
Okay, exactly. We only have 2. Paano naging 2, Enrico?
Because I get the number from the highest coefficient.
Okay, exactly.
And since na wala naman ma-add, so it remains as 2.
Okay, so naintindihan po yun. Kumuha lang tayo sa may pinakamataas na coefficient which is 2 at yung nakalagay as superscript or exponent niya is 2. Ngayon, paano natin siya i-drawing as Lewis structure? You may start here or here. Pwede rin naman ganito, tapos ganito. Okay? Or kung saan nyo gusto, basta wag nyong pagtatabihin. Okay? Hindi pwedeng ganito. Naintindihan po? Okay. Next, another example. How about sa sulfur? Ilan ngayon ang valence electrons dito? Anyone? Okay,
6.
Raymark. Okay, 6. Tama din si Rad, 6. Paano nakuha ang 6? Ano yung tinuro ko na nakaraan? Titingin lang sa ating natitirang electron configuration from the condensed or abbreviated EC. So, 2 plus 4, we have 6. Dito nyo ba nakuha yon, Rad and Raymark? Okay, tama. 3. Remark, 3 plus 3, 6. 2 plus 4. Saan mo nakuha yung 3 plus 3? 2 plus 4. Kasi yun ang meron tayong exponent sa ating electron configuration. Okay? Hindi siya sa baba. Okay, ayan, nalito si Raymark. Tama yung sagot niya, pero ito ang pinag-add niya, yung ating coefficient. Okay, Raymark, tandaan, hindi yan ang i-add natin ha. Ang i-add natin, itong nasa itaas. Okay? So, bakit tayo tumitingin, Raymark, dito sa unang number? Yan ay coefficient lang kung saan na magbibigay sa atin ng clue kapag wala naman siyang noble gas. Naintindihan yun, Raymark? Okay? So, thank you for trying. So, again, 2 plus 4, 6. So, paano natin siya i-draw? Let us start by giving all the coordinates first. The Lewis dot. And then, pwede na tayong maglagay dito. And then, dito. Okay? So, hindi pwedeng ganito. Hindi pwedeng ganyan dahil tinatamad kayo. Uunahin nyo muna ang lahat ng coordinates bago kayo magpares-pares. So, this one is the proper, this one is the wrong one. Okay? Naintindihan po yan? Ngayon, kung mapapansin niyo, yung sulfur natin is nandito. Okay? And meron tayong a note na elements on the same group, they will have similar looking Lewis dot symbol because they have the same number of electrons. Kagaya na nandito, lahat sila may 1 electron, kaya pare-parehas lang ang kanilang itsura. Dito, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So, nakita nyo na halos pare-parehas lang basta nandun sila sa parehong group. Okay po ba yan? Okay, so tatandaan kung paano ang tamang pagsusulat ng ating Lewis dot structure. Okay? So ngayon, meron namang cases na ang ating mga elements, they are forming ions. Kung natatandaan niyo yung lesson nung grade 8 kayo, kapag ka nagbigay siya ng kanyang electron, nagiging positive siya. Natatandaan niyo ba yan? Grade 9, may nakakaalala ba niyan? Yung pag may charge yung ating element, +1, +2, -1. Anong ibig sabihin nun, Enrico? Di na matandaan. Okay, so ito i-recall natin. Pagka ang ion positive, ang tawag sa kanya cation. They are losing or giving electrons. Anion, they are the negative one. Sila naman yung tumatanggap or nag-gain ng electron. So, paano sila? Okay, so to write them, we have the following example. So, magnesium ion. So, first step, write first the element, Mg. Ngayon, ilan ang valence electrons ng ating magnesium? 2. Okay? So, since 2 siya, ito ang kanyang valence electron, 2. Pero ang sabi, ion, so kailangan niyang magbigay. Bakit kailangan niyang magbigay? Kasi magnesium is a metal and it will give its electron since mababa ang kanyang ionization energy. Sodium ion, another metal, ang valence electrons niya 2 lang din. So since binigay niya positive, 1 ang kanyang valence electron, since binigay niya, wala na siyang number. Plus sign na lang. Okay? Positive ion. How about the chloride ion? So, chloride, ma'am, di ba dapat chlorine? Kaya siya naging chloride kasi tumanggap siya. Pag tumanggap ka, magiging negative ion ka. At kapag you are writing an ion, you should provide the Lewis dot first, bracket, and then kung ilan yung natanggap mo. Negative lang. Why? Because chlorine has 7 valence electrons. It received 1, it became 8, and then the charge is negative. Ibig sabihin, it received 1 electron. Oxide ion, or the oxygen that received an ion, oxygen has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kailangan niya ng 2 para maging stable or 8. Negative 2 or 2 negative. Sorry, 2 negative. Ibig sabihin, tumanggap si oxygen ng 2 electrons. So, any question po dito? So, these 2, ang tawag dyan, cation. Positive or ion that loses electrons. Chloride ion and oxide ion, they are called an ion because they gain electrons. Okay, so let us try if we can apply this to our example. So Dane, you will not do this, but you can try to practice. Let us try to answer this exercise. Write the Lewis dot symbol for the following atoms or ions. Remember, kapag ka positive, all you have to do is to write the element, tapos kung ano na lang yung kanyang charge. Pero pagka anion, you need to write muna yung ating Lewis dot, tsaka nyo ipoprovide kung ilan yung kanyang tinanggap. Okay, naintindihan po yon. Yan. So, yan ang format ninyo. Question para kung sakali. Ma'am, how do we know if negative po? Titingin kayo dito. Ayan o. Negative, positive, positive, negative. May ibig sabihin yan. Pag negative, ibig sabihin tumanggap. Dadagdagan nyo yung valence electrons niya. Positive, babawasan ninyo. Ayan. Katulad nito, nag-lose ng 3. Ito, nag-gain ng 3. So, try natin.
Ma'am, question po. If there's no ion po, ma'am, just write the dots lang po.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Ma'am, yung pong walang positive and negative, paano po yon? Dots lang. Kaya nakalagay dyan, write the Lewis dot symbol for atom or ion. So, pwedeng element lang, pwedeng ion naman. Okay, so we have less than a minute. I will just end the meeting and then balik tayo. Para wala na tayong asynchronous right after. Balik tayo para magkaroon tayo ng explanation sa ating exercise.